area about half an inch or so, just between the waist and where the belly begins. That is where I like to call the male sweet spot. What I mean by that is, if you can get the top of your pants to that exact location, pulling your stomach to the point where you are literally sucking your intestines into the small of your back, you can fit into almost any pair of pants. What's the size? Every guy knows exactly what I'm talking about, especially when you're trying to impress that special girl. So I stuffed in my gut, my stomach coming out the back of my pants, successfully button up these size 36 skinny jeans. Now I'm not trying to gross any of you out, but when you do what I did to my body with tight jeans, it puts the rest of your body into a snafu. In my new pants. Nasty one too. Right back down to give myself a breather. But I was not about to go through all that trouble over again. So I got my pants, my underwear, my socks, and decided to go ahead and put on my shirt. I'll be goddamn if the freaking shirt wasn't. Stop laughing. Come on, guys. Yes, somehow, some way, how to get the upper part of my body down to the floor without putting undue stress on these new skinny jeans. So I walked out to the kitchen, and I was looking for any kind of utensil that was long enough to reach my shirt, so that I wouldn't have to bend over too much. Thank God, I'm a man's man, as Tim Allen would say. I had my barbecue. They saved my pants. Now you can't really go wrong with a polo shirt. Unless, of course, you forget to take off that stupid tape that they put along the front of the shirt. Speaking of which, excuse me. So that's what we can do. And that's to come to the show. You know, the people at DC are not very cordial. You could do a full lap around the entire scope of the district in a circle. And you might get a look and an occasional stare. Well, I got the look. I mean, when you see a guy on the street walking like Frankenstein, you're going to at least give him a passing glance, right? But I was looking good with my new polo shirt, size 36 skinny jeans, white man's booty. The skinny jeans fit me so well, it brought up the black man's booty. At first I had my wallet in my front pocket, which is probably why all the ladies were eyeballing me. Only dudes were looking at me. I was watching my back and pulled down my polo shirt over my waist. So after 10 minutes, it was the most uncomfortable walk. I arrived at the metro station. Thank God for the escalators, because I could just ride them down instead of taking unnecessary risks. Now, those of you that have glasses, I know that you experienced this. Ever since this damn COVID-19 outbreak, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go. Now, for you people having perfect vision, this is not a problem. But for those like me, who are as blind as a bat without glasses, well, this is a huge. So I can't see as I'm coming down this escalator, and I'm guesstimating the amount of time it takes from top to bottom. Thank God it didn't fall as it got to the end when I tripped over the freaking edge. Which ran the end of my skinny jeans. You guys ever walk on ice fall? Yeah. And then you see out of the corner of your eye, someone smiling and hurrying on. Anyway, yes, I got on the train, headed towards this Mecca. Now, usually, especially with trains mostly barren with the COVID, I take a seat. Do I really need to explain why I take a seat? Yeah. So, I was just standing there, going the distance, and the only other guy in my car was some dude sitting on the other end. Just out of the blue, he decided to ask and pleaded with God, why can't there ever be an available seat on the metro when I'm paying $4 a pop? And now, when the seats are empty, I cannot rest my legs. But I was looking good. So, after what felt like an eternity, I get to my stop. Now, point of fact, going up the stairs is a lot more hazardous with than going down the stairs. And to my surprise and detriment, this station did not have an escalator going up. Yes, and lo and behold, the elevator was also out of order. You know, in these circumstances, you have to wonder, if God is actually sitting up in heaven and having a right good trouble. But after some strain and a lot of pain, I made it up to 80 plus stairs. Thank you, DC. So, I'm here, up on stage, in these skinny jeans. Little fit, but good. Which brings me to why I'm wearing this long jacket. Still not know for what I'm about to tell you. Remember when I told you that I cut a big one? Sticking in my gut to the back of my spine with only skinny jeans? So I didn't realize what truly happened until a buddy of mine pointed it out to me just a minute ago after all getting here, just before I came out on the stage. Yeah. This is actually his jacket.